This video will be different because you've been seeing one of my older videos that I actually reviewed the black Fender. Now we're gonna review the gray one. Now this is the Fender Passport P non-deluxe 250 PA system. I'm using a different camera. Back then I'm using that Sony one, and then I'm using this for now, just to be a little bit different in terms of quality, and because this is actually a very old system, not this one. Because that is actually black and my phone is white, so it's a good comparison or whatever. It's a good match. So here's the Fender Passport P250. This is the first ever model that the Fender made for the portable or compact PA. So it's just the gray version. It's very big. It's actually the same thing that I reviewed last time, but this is actually the first gen Fender. So it's the same suitcase style, it's just gray, and also the other one is actually black. Now, which the difference is actually in the internals. Now let's go actually open this. Now I'm going to open the latch, close up. The last time he's actually very far, and I don't have the tripod anymore, even the monopod. So just going to do hand whatever. So here's their Passport. It's gray. It's P250. So you can actually go to Google and search that, the Fender Passport P250. The black one is actually the PD250. So yeah, it's a big comparison over there. So yeah, open the latch, and as you can see, very different. I'm gonna close this so we go in there. Very different individual system. I mean individual speakers, and even the amp. So here's your amplifier. Let's get the other one here. This is actually a school sound system that the principal get this thing repaired by one of my technicians. So yeah, he gave me this 2 weeks now, but I'm going to put it back in school so that they can actually have to use a PA in there. And this is actually a missing lock, so okay, it's just fine. So this is the camera music. It's very big thing. So this is the Fender. Let me try to fix a little. The zoom is actually, that's the thing that it can do. So here's the main mixer. It's actually very same as the PD250, but this is actually more simpler than the black one. Because, and it's actually very easy to learn. That's why it's actually you've seen this in every school, so that the student can learn very easy in terms of the knobs and everything. The black one is actually very advanced for pro technical to operate that. So same thing, we got your mic 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, and 4. Stereo 1, stereo 2. The good thing about this is actually they have a color here. Now, if you're going to put a hot or a bass, just going to do this like this. It is very easy to operate. This is why actually I love this model in terms of aesthetics and the quality of the audio. As you can see, the volume has a blue if it's actually in a maximum, and white if it's actually none. We got your VIP, same thing, and this is actually the EQ. If you're going to do a speech, if your let's say your client is actually a boomy sound, just go raise a little bit of bluish, means it's like a winter, some highs. Now if it's actually very hot, it's actually for the bass. It's because the bass is getting hot. It makes your speaker hot. In terms of in the magnet inside, it's getting hot because of the bass. So you can put some red on there. Yeah. And this is actually your reverb, purple, and also your aux, which is your monitor volume. If you're going to press this thing down or up, if you're going to do up, as you can see, if it's actually down, it goes here. monitor and main. It's actually up, right, and left. So you have your individual volume here. So yeah, that's the reverb / aux, and then your panning. As you can see, if it's actually in the middle, it's white, green for left, or green on the other side. It's very easy to operate. Same in the other individual channels here. Same thing to do. In here is actually, you just actually separated this, and then they do this like this. So you got your lows, get more lows. If you want more more non-lows, just go in there. It depends on you, but I actually stayed it at the middle for unity, including the highs. Yeah, it's very simple to operate, so we don't have any issues in there. Again, for the red is for the lows, and to get more highs just for the blue ones. If it's actually in the white position, it's actually unity, so it means that it is actually running flat. You got your system EQ here, and this is like your main crossover. If you're going to do it red and then just going to put some red, you're just going to get some only bass, no highs. If you're going to do highs like this, just going to get only highs. But it's actually in the middle, even this, you get the full range sound. Here's your main reverb volume. So that's there. So in this passport here, you can actually put 4 speakers. Now you got your 1, 2, 3, 4. Mine is actually only 2. It's because on that thing, it's actually been redesigned by Bose. So if you put 2 4 ohms on the same, for example, 4 ohms for that black one, you will get distortion if you're going to do a very high volume. But here, if you're going to use 4 gray full range speakers, it's going to be more louder. It's because this is actually a different design from Fender. Yeah, so you can actually put 4 in here. The maximum ohms is actually 4 ohms. This is why this thing actually got broke, is because somebody put it in 1 ohm and the amplifier module is just broke, but they already got fixed it. So we got your XLRs, no phantom power though. Lines, your RCA, another line, aux return, your left and right, send and return if we're going to put a equalizer or a processor, foot switch, your tape out, and then your protection mode, power mode, and then your switch. It's the same thing, it's just a gray version though. Here's the back, got your cord here for your power. This is for the battery, and your auto volt switch. If you're going to do 110, you can actually raise that thing to 110. And this is all your cables. It's very so many cables. Now for this testing of this video, I'm going to use only the shortest cable in here I have. We got, this is very short. Even the yellow one again. And this is actually the new cables I built for the school. So yeah. So going to put it in there. And since this is it doesn't have the original lock anymore, I'm using the old speaker wire as the lock. But I don't have, so just going to be like that, whatever. It's a very old system anyway. This is actually built in 1997, the Fender Passport PE250. Mine is actually built in 2002, so it's a newer version, but I like the older version is because it has more control and more vocal. Now in terms of the new Passport PD250, it has more bass, of course, for your DJ application, but this is going to be good for acoustic application for like the guitar, like your violin or whatever. It's actually good for that. But you're going to do a DJ application, I actually recommend the PD250 because it has more richer bass and good more highs though for your DJ application. So just going to set up this thing up, and we tested it. Test the sound quality of this. This is actually a very good little speakers. By the way, this is actually a full range speakers here, so no highs. So you don't have any worries to get your highs blown if you're going to do a gig. It's because it has a full range drivers. So we got a 6-inch woofer here, which is actually 2 ohms. So 2, 4, 6, 8 is equal to 8 ohms. So you got an 8 ohm system here. You got your bass ports and your speaker. This is actually 6.5 inch though. Very solid system. It's been here for like 22 years since this thing came out, and the school is already 22 years, so they had this system for 22 years. Holy crap, this is older than me, man. So today I'm going to set it up like the aux cord. I'm not going to use a microphone in here because I don't have the microphone. It is actually in the school because we actually practice a graduation, and I didn't even get the microphone yet. So yeah, no microphone will be testing in here, and I'm gonna make a thumbnail here. Okay, let's do this. Make a tutorial again, just in other people that don't know how to plug things. So I got your power in the back, and this is going to be in the using a power regular outlet, power outlet in there. So everything will be operated in the front. So got your one speaker, plug it in there. There we go. Very easy to set it up again though. If we're going to do a plug-in here, this is actually all the same. It's just been parallel, so you can actually go in here or there, or even there, whatever. But just don't do this like this. No, do not ever do like that. And also, if we're going to put this, make sure you didn't even want to put it in whatever the EQ in here. It's because it is actually going to do a protection mode. I'm going to show you that later. So we got your one here. Plug it in there, or even in there, whatever you want. It's actually the same, but I want to be like this. There we go. And then power it on. Make sure everything here is actually in 0 position. Power on. Lights work. Get your RCA. This is actually not in the video. I'm just going to pause it up. So this is going to be in your system, as you can see. Now if we're going to do a house thing or home use, I recommend to put this thing in half for a while. If you're going to do in a venue, use this at 8 o'clock like this. Mine is actually, it's in full position, but in reality I just actually put it like that, 8 position, just to be sure, nothing to broke anything in there. And now make sure this is actually in your left and right, this one. So if I'm going to touch this, it will make a humming sound. Okay, the other one. So we got your 2 thing in there. Now I'm going to use the phone. Since I'm not using the other phone, I'll be using the other one. This one. This is actually the phone I'm used in the last video I did for my sound system. So yeah, let's test in here, test the sound quality, and oh yeah, I'm just going to try to move a little bit to get this system be in the freaking video, fitted in the video. So maybe like that. Still cannot. Damn it. Okay. I'll get some songs here. Now I'm going to do NCS just for the just for make sure, is to not get a copyright. Let's see here. There we go. It's the same thing I actually tested in the last Fender I did. Okay.
The reasons why I
So here's the your quality. This is what actually telling you about. If you put this thing in that, make it there, and then get your highs gone, it's just going to do some only bass. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm just going to use one speaker. It's a very, very deep bass though. Yeah, definitely this is actually more bassy than mine though. Whatever. Maybe it's because it's actually designed for kick bass, not a little bit of deep bass. But they actually sound really good. Damn. Okay, this is actually the main in the monitor. I'm going to show you that. As you can see. You can see only one speaker is working when I actually raise this thing up. Take much more now. I can't hold on. As you can see. So that's your main and monitor. So here's the other one. Left and right. Know what to say now. This is why I like a full range system rather than a two-way. It's because everything is actually very, very natural sounding. Although if you're going to do a loud system or make a very, very booming sound, definitely I'm not going to recommend this P250s, because if you're going to put a bass / highs and then you're going to do a higher volume or whatever, your speakers will be distorting, like in this actually in the bottom of the swimming pool. I'll give an example here though. I'm gonna do bass I Love You Too, just to give an example here. As you can see, you hear that muffled sound. That muffled sound is because the bass cannot handle very, very much excursion, and then you're having your highs and then your vocals. So definitely I recommend just putting the bass in the middle to get a clearer sound without any distortioning happening. As you can see, it is very, very clean. So yeah, that's the Fender Passport P250 speaker system from Fender. Definitely this is actually very, very rare to review. It's because, yeah, this is already a very, very rare little system. I can't even find this thing new anymore on Fender. and to get a second one, second hand as well. So definitely this is already a very rare little system. If you have one of these, or even the P250 or the PD250, then you're very lucky to get one of that. So yeah, if you have this system, just go take care of them. It's just actually a very great little system for your gigs or any musician if you want to, and it's actually very good for the microphone as well. So definitely take care of your system like this. You'll get a great time using this system. So after this video, subscribe for more content if you want to see more of this video. Leave a like if you want to see more Fender system or any sound system. And dislike it if you hate my voice or getting some stuttering. I don't even care. It's just this. This is actually just for fun, and I cannot even speak English very well. So I'm very sorry about that. So after this video, and I'm going to catch you guys on the next video. See you guys from Fender.